Hello, my name is Denise with Astronotes by Denise, and this is the December 2021 card reading for each zodiac sign. So I will be pulling cards for each zodiac sign. I'll be going through all 12 of them. So please listen in for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And if you don't know your moon sign or your rising sign, that's okay. You can always get a free birth chart with me. I'd be happy to make you one and tell you what those placements are if you have your birth date, birthplace, and birth time. And if not, your sun sign is just perfect as well. So, yeah. So usually how my card readings work, and I'll put all the timestamps below, is that I start off with a meditation so that we all kind of get into the same zone. And then I will pull the cards and then just close. So pretty simple. And before we start, I'd like to make just a few announcements. I do have an Intro to Astrology course coming up, and that is Friday, December 3rd to Sunday, December 5th at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And each day, it's a 3-part series. Each day is 1 hour long. And it's going to be online. It's going to be over Zoom. You can catch it live if you can. If not, I'll send you the recording. So in this class, we'll go over the natal chart, and you'll learn how to read your own natal chart. And the first class, we're going to be talking about the planets, the second, the signs, and the third, the houses. So it'll be a nice introduction to astrology, how to read your chart, and you'll learn more about yourself and others in the process. So yeah, with that being said, and of course I offer one-on-one readings as well too. So if you like my style, feel free to check any of the links below. All right. So let's meditate. Let's get into the zone together. All right. So just closing your eyes, taking some nice deep breaths, coming to your body now. Breathing deeply, slowing down. I call the white light of Source to myself now and to our collective space to overlight this reading, to instantly raise our vibration and frequency, and to align us with the divine, to align us with Source, to align us with all that is above the heavens, above the universe. And this light is a purifier and cleanser. So as it pours down over our collective space, it clears and cleanses all that no longer serves, just washing away an energetic shower. And staying connected with your breath, breathing deeply, exhaling, relaxing. I also call the violet flame to surround us and to surround our collective space for the duration of the reading and for however long is needed after, so that only love, light, and truth may enter, and only love, light, and truth may exit. And from here, inviting us to ground deeply into Mother Earth, sending a cord of light from the second chakra, Svadhisthana, if you're a woman, your womb space, sending a cord of light to travel down through your body, out your root chakra, out Muladhara, out through the soles of your feet, out through your Earth Star chakra, which is below the bottom of your auric field, into the rich black soil of the earth and down through all the layers of Gaia, the stone, the crystal, the magma, the water, all the way down until it reaches the very core of our planet, core crystal, the heart of Gaia. And just lovingly connecting with Gaia now. Envisioning your cord of light wrapping around the core crystal 12 times, truly anchoring in here. And if you can't visualize, setting the intention alone is enough. So feeling connected, rooted, held by Mother Earth, sending your appreciation and gratitude to Mother Earth for all that she provides. Breathing deeply, staying connected with your breath. As you're breathing in all that you wish to manifest in your life: love, light, clarity, gratitude, peace, abundance, whatever it may be, using the power of your in-breath to breathe that in and allowing that white light that we called in earlier to really enter your body, this divine white light, this pure white light from Source. And as you exhale, releasing, relaxing, letting go of all that no longer serves you, trusting that all will be instantly transmuted to love, light, and truth with the violet flame barrier that we placed earlier. And you can also send it down to Mother Earth, who is a great recycler. She will know what to do with any stagnant or lower energy. She'll be able to transmute them into something higher, something more useful. So using the power of your breath to connect in with these two energies, breathing in love, light, truth, whatever you wish to manifest, health, vitality, and exhaling, releasing, creating more space in your being to receive blessings, just letting go of what no longer serves you, trusting all is being transmuted to love, light, and truth, and out of your field forever. And from this space, setting the intention to receive a clear and easy to understand message from the divine, from your higher self, that will resonate with you, that will serve your highest growth and evolution during this time. What do you need to know for the month of December 2021? What information is going to support you on your path? What information is going to bring you to your highest timeline? Inviting that in, inviting that in. Breathing deeply. Even perhaps in this space, you'll receive messages about what that is for you specifically. And taking note of any colors, shapes, images, feelings, sensations, all is valid. Spirit communicates with us in many different ways, and usually through symbolism. Breathe deeply. And again, one last visualization of the pure diamond white light washing over you, lifting your vibration easily and effortlessly. And allowing this white light to kind of expand out into your auric field, 6 feet in front of you, 6 feet behind you, 6 feet to your left, 6 feet to your right, 6 feet above, and 6 feet below. Envisioning this pure diamond white light, clearing and cleansing all layers of your auric field now. Anchoring it in. We're going to seal it up. golden seal to keep you in a high vibrational state after the meditation and for the duration of this session and for however long is needed after. And when you feel ready, gently, slowly coming back to the space. Wonderful. That was a nice meditation. And I wonder if any of you got messages during that time. It might be good for you to just write something down now. Okay. Nice little energy clearing for December. Yeah, so this card reading is for the month of December 2021. And I'll go through the signs in zodiacal order. And I'll have the timestamps below so you can tune in for your specific placements, your sun, moon, and rising. All right. So let's start off with Aries. Aries, sun, moon, or rising. So Aries, just connecting in, setting the intention to receive a clear and easy to understand message for your highest growth and evolution. For the month of December 2021, what do you need to know? Sorry about the ring light. Let's get the angle. So solar eclipse revolution. We have a solar eclipse happening in the month of December, actually, Aries. December 4th. So this is going to be a big one for you, Aries. It's in the sign of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius does trine Aries, so there's positive flow between those two signs. This is an invitation for you, Aries, to check out where Sagittarius is in your chart. This is the area of life that will be impacted for you specifically, if you have a copy of your birth chart. And if you don't, just let me know. I'd be happy to make you one. Solar eclipses are about new beginnings. A doorway opens, the portal opens. And anything that's not in alignment leaves. Eclipses are course corrective energy. They want to keep you on track. So if there's anything that you've been wasting your time on, people, places, things, thoughts, habits, it's time to let that go and move forward. And so solar eclipses, there's a difference between the solar and lunar eclipses, of course. The solar eclipse happens during a new moon. So that's why it has this energy of newness, new beginning. So be open to whatever new things kind of happen into your life. Might be surprising, might be a little dramatic or unexpected, but ride with it. Eclipse energy is always for our highest good, even if it may seem chaotic or disruptive at first. This is really the energy of revolution. And yeah, so definitely check out where that solar eclipse falls in your chart, Aries. It's going to be a big one for you. So Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. So Taurus, just setting the intention now to receive a clear and easy to understand message for your highest good for the month of December 2021. Solar eclipse revolution. Taurus, this is a big deal. This is energy that changes the path that you're on. And I know Taurus doesn't really like those changes so much, but eclipse energy is always for our highest good and for the highest good of all. Solar eclipse energy in particular is all about new beginnings. So it's like a doorway opens, a portal opens, and the invitation is to go through. It'll be clear what it is. But to find out specifically for you where that'll manifest, check out your birth chart. And for this, it is important to have your birth time because it'll become more accurate. Where in your chart is Sagittarius? Because the solar eclipse, we have a solar eclipse happening on December 4th. Where is Sagittarius energy in your chart? The house that it falls in, and if none of this makes sense, that's okay. I will tell you. I will help you. Just send me a message. Wherever it falls in your chart, what house that is, that shows the area of life that's going to be impacted by the solar eclipse. So you can always send me a message too, and I will support you on that. But yes, Taurus, this eclipse on December 4th is going to be a big one. So journal, take time for yourself. Solar eclipses are associated with the new moon, but it's not a time to set intentions. Please do not set intentions during as an eclipse. It's just very chaotic energy. So just journal, take care of yourself, pay attention, look at where it falls in your chart, and do some reflection and allow this new, fresh energy to come in, because this is going to be more in line with your destiny, more in line with your karmic path. Okay. All right. So that's Taurus. Next is Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So Gemini, taking a moment, plugging in, connecting in with yourself, and setting the intention for a clear and easy to understand message for you for December 2021. All right. So we have 3 cards here for you, Gemini. I'll go through them one by one. Saturn, Truth. Solar Eclipse, Revolution. Venus, Love. So this is already like just telling me that there's going to be major shift in your love life, and also like in your sense of responsibility towards the world. There's going to be a new way of looking at both of these things. So we do have a solar eclipse this month, December 4th, in the sign of Sagittarius. It's actually the sign that's opposite to you, Gemini. So depending on where your Gemini energy is in your chart, which degree it's in, that will reveal whether this eclipse is going to be opposing your placements. Either way, it's a sign-based opposition. So this will illuminate, if you're a Gemini sun, your identity and create new beginnings there. It's going to feel like a tension, but that opportunity will be there. Or if you're a Gemini moon, then it's going to be in your emotional state. That solar eclipse is going to create portals, new beginnings, new ways of being in regards to your emotional state. Or if it's your rising sign, then it's how you interact with the world, how you view the world, and who you're maturing into. So this is really potent energy. And I would really recommend that you look at your birth chart, and I can support you with this if you don't know how. Look at your birth chart and see which house Sagittarius rules, and see if you have any planets in Sagittarius as well. This is going to show where the solar eclipse on December 4th is going to land in your chart. And this will give more insight because the house reveals the area of life that's going to be impacted. So for example, if it's the 7th house, that's going to be relationships. Eclipses are course corrective energy. So whatever is no longer serving you is going to be crystal clear. It's either going to disappear, fade out of your life. It's going to change. It's going to be taken away. And especially with the solar eclipse, which is associated with the new moon, it's all about new beginnings. So you're going to see new opportunities come up, maybe some dramatic changes, but be open. This is a very, very important portal for you, Gemini. So pay attention. You know, don't set any intentions. I know it's a new moon, but don't set any intentions because eclipses are very chaotic energy. Instead, take some time for yourself, rest, relax, journal, observe. This is a big one for you. And with Saturn and coming up as well too, Saturn is all about maturity. It's all about making that adult decision. So where do you need to take more accountability and where do you need to be more mature in your life? Where do you need to step up, pretty much? This is what Saturn's asking. Saturn can bring challenges, it can bring restrictions because it's the planet with like those clear rings around it. Like that's kind of typical Saturn image when we think about Saturn, right? And those rings represent the limitations and the boundaries and the structures. And so limitation seems like a hard word, but it's healthy structure, healthy boundaries so that we can actually stay on course, so that we're not like dispersed too much. And that's the thing, Gemini energy can be very dispersed, right? Because you're interested in many things, you're a mutable sign, you're an air sign, right? Where can you kind of like bring it in so that you can focus your energies a little bit more? That's kind of the invitation there. It doesn't mean that you have to let go of that tendency to be, you know, very broad. You know, that's one of your gifts. But this month, it's asking you to kind of, you know, make some long-term decisions and think in a little bit more of a grounded way. And Venus, like I mentioned, this is the goddess of love. This is friendships, relationships, romance. So what's happening there, Gemini? What's happening there? Think about your relationships. And especially with the solar eclipse energy pairing it, it's like there's going to be some changes in this domain for sure. So I don't know, open up. And like I said, you know, it can be friendships, it can be, you know, relationships with your coworkers, it can be romantic relationships. Like we have relationships to everyone and everything. It just looks different. So yeah, just think about that, like what you love, what you value. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and let me know in the comments what you experience, everybody. It'd be interesting to see. Okay, so next up is Cancer. Cancer sun, moon, or rising. So breathing deeply here. Connecting in with your higher self, Cancer. And setting the intention for a clear and easy to understand message for your highest good and the highest good of all. Okay, so Cancer, this is a month where it's better not to take any major actions or make like super big decisions. It's better to lean back and just be and let things unfold. So why I'm saying this is because you have the void of course moon missing card. So this is when the moon is like not in a sign. So the moon is in each zodiac sign for like 2.5 days. And there's also time period void of course moon missing. It's like it's not in any sign. It's kind of like in this void space. So whenever this card comes up, it is really just about like you're in the void. You don't know. You want to know, but you don't know what's happening. But it's just that you have to kind of wait and see and let things unfold naturally instead of going in and trying to force things to happen, which can be annoying. I understand when we want to have control over certain things, but reality is we don't have control over anything. So, and then part of fortune increase. So this is a great card. I would recommend checking out where your own personal part of fortune is, where that lands in your chart. It's actually just a mathematical point in the sky. It's not associated with any signs or planets. Or yeah, it's not associated with any planets, any like physical celestial object. But in your chart, you will see that it has a sign for you specifically, and it has a house placement. So check out where that is because there's more insight there for you. And if you need help with this, let me know. Yeah, this is the part of fortune is all about your natural gifts and your natural abilities. So if you're kind of curious about that, that would be good to check out. So for this month, it's like maybe you'll be learning more about what those gifts are. Whenever this card comes up, it also signifies some ease as well too. So, even if you're feeling like confused, in the dark a little bit, like there's some light here happening for you at this month as well too, especially when it comes to your gifts and your natural abilities. So something to think about, like what is that? What are those gifts? What are those natural abilities? So next we have Leo. Leo sun, moon, or rising. Hello, Leo. All right, Leo, just setting the intention now to receive a clear and easy to understand message that will support your highest growth and evolution for the month of December 2021. What does Leo need to know? Sun, moon, or rising? Oh, Leo. Okay, I like this. I like it a lot. Okay, you have Libra and you have seventh house partnerships. Libra rules the seventh house, so you've got some really nice energy happening, Leo. Wow. Okay, so Libra is the sign of partnerships. Libra is an air sign, and Libra is actually very, very compatible with Leo. Like, I love Leo Libra matches. They just complement each other super well. Of course, it depends on the whole chart, but generally speaking, and also from my personal experience, it's a really awesome match. Why? Because Libras love to give compliments. They love making people feel good, just like Leos. Leos also love making people feel good. Leos are very generous, very sweet. And so, yeah, and they're both fashionable, and they both enjoy life. Air and fire as the elements when they come together, because Leo is a fire sign, of course, and Libra is an air sign. These elements are very compatible with each other. They they motivate each other. Like, fire needs air, right? Air helps the fire grow. And also when it comes for air signs, like fire motivates air signs, because air signs can be very much in their heads, right? Because it's the mental realm. And sometimes they need that flame of inspiration to like take action or like materialize their dreams, because otherwise it can be just too much up here. And they're both yang energies. So they're both more outward oriented. So that's why like Libras and Leos, when they come together, they can just have fun times. They love hosting. They make great hosts together. And yeah, like, so I'm speaking all about this like energy of Leo and Libra coming together because the partnership card came up. So maybe you'll be partnering with a Libra or somebody who has Libra energy. This is going to be like a good match. Like, this is good teamwork. Again, of course, it depends on the whole chart. But yeah, like maybe look for people with that Libra energy. So Libras are also like easygoing. They're diplomatic. They're peaceful. They're generally like very gentle, easy going type energy, like very pleasant because they're ruled by Venus. And of course, that ties in with the shadow side because there's a shadow and a light to everything. Libras can be a little bit too passive or people pleasing or avoiding conflict because they like harmony, they like balance, they like beautiful environments, they like everyone getting along. So they'll do their best to create those environments. As a cardinal sign, they have that leadership, that ability to create these like social spaces, these harmonious spaces. But they do have to watch out for people pleasing or like changing themselves too much to like accommodate everybody else, at the expense of themselves, especially if they're a Libra sun. But yeah, anyway, maybe some Libras in your life, and it doesn't have to just be a Libra sun. It could be somebody with a strong Libra energy or like other Libra placements, especially Libra rising or Libra moon or Libra Venus or even Libra Jupiter. Like those kind of placements I feel like would be beneficial to use. So there's some partnership that's kind of happening. Like maybe you guys are going to create an event together, Maybe you'll make a new Libra friend. Maybe you'll work together, or maybe, maybe it'll be a romantic thing. I don't know. There's a lot of potential there. Partnership can go in many different ways, right? So, and then I would also, of course, because everything starts within, right? Where is Libra in your chart, Leo? You might be able to get some good insights there as well, and just understand that Libra part of you. And even if you don't have any planets in Libra, you can check out which house rules Libra and just have a sense of where that Libra energy manifests in your life. And that actually might be the place where you encounter Libras as well, actually most likely. So yeah, pay attention to Libra energy this month, Leo. You've got some nice partnership energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So the next sign that we have is Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, just taking a moment here, settle in, connecting with yourself, and set the intention to receive a clear and easy to understand message that will support your highest good and the highest good of all and harm to none. For the month of December, what do you need to know, Virgo? Okay, so we got 3 cards here for you, Virgo, and I'm going to go through them one by one. So we have Jupiter Returns Benefits, which is an amazing card to get. We have Scorpio, I Transform. Ooh. And then we have Venus, Love. So, the fact that you have Jupiter Returns Benefits, this is an awesome card. This is a time of blessings, a time of ease, a time of abundance. So December is going to treat you well. But it's not like a time to like kick back and say like, okay, my work is done. No, you still have to put in whatever work you're doing. Just keep going. Just keep going with that, and Jupiter will bless you. This is also an invitation to check out where Jupiter is in your chart. What sign is it in? What house is it in? Jupiter is a planet of abundance, luck, opportunities, growth, blessings. Check out what sign and house it's in. Get familiar with Jupiter, because when you embody the qualities of the sign that it's in, whatever sign that it's in, you're going to receive more luck and abundance coming your way. And understand, like, maybe take a look at the aspects that are happening to, like, how is it relating to the rest of your chart? Are there any areas of tension, like squares or oppositions, any challenging aspects? Are there any positive aspects like trines or sextiles? Are there any conjunctions? And if you need help with this, just let me know. Send me a message. I'd be happy to support. Just get an understanding of what's going on with your Jupiter, and when you understand that, then you can use that to your advantage to, bring in those blessings, bring in that abundance. Yeah. And also, if your Jupiter is currently in, or if your Jupiter is in Aquarius, if your natal Jupiter is in Aquarius, Jupiter is currently in Aquarius in the sky. So it is a Jupiter return for you if this is the case. But if not, just check what sign it was, and you can like see calculators online to see like when your Jupiter return was. And that's a time of blessings, of ease, of grace. Okay. And then you have Scorpio energy. So check out where Scorpio is in your chart, what house it's in. And this energy is very mysterious, very alluring, very deep. And it's totally the archetype of the shaman, the detective, the healer. So there's healing for you this month. You'll have to dive deep, which you're great. You're very detail oriented and you want to improve yourself. There's that natural motivation. Scorpio energy will help you kind of do a little bit of the shadow work, which is tough. So it's some, intense stuff might come up this month, but you can work through it. It's all about transmutation, and any clearing that you do is going to lead you to, a brighter 2022. So, if those kind of intense, dark moments happen, just, equip yourself, go into it and come out of it, and you'll rise like a phoenix. So that's that kind of Scorpio energy. I would check out where, like I mentioned, where Scorpio is in your chart. And if you know any Scorpio people, they might have some messages for you this month. And then finally, Venus, love. So I feel like this kind of intense, shadow work, transformation, all of that is kind of related to this domain of love. But don't worry, we have Jupiter like blessing you and supporting you at the same time, even if it's intense. So this might be a good time to do shadow work around self-worth, around self-love, around relationships. Any wounding that you received in relationships. This would be a good time for that. Also, an alternative interpretation here is that you can meet somebody who's like a Scorpio and kind of deepen your relationship, whether that's friendship or romantic. There's kind of like this Scorpio energy here, like in the domain of friendship, love, self-worth. So examining all of that, looking into that, tuning into that, but knowing that, Jupiter's got your back. Okay. So next we have Libra, sun, moon, or rising. So Libra, sun, moon, or rising. Breathing, connecting in with yourself, setting the intention to receive a message for your highest good and the highest good of all and harm to none for December 2021. What do you need to know? Okay, so we have 2 cards here for you, Libra. Scorpio, I transform. And 5th house, creativity. So Libra, check out where Scorpio is in your chart, what house it rules, and if you have any planets in Scorpio, and what are the aspects to those planets in Scorpio. This will give you more insight about what the flavor of December is going to look like for you. But there's definitely going to be some transformation, some shadow work, opportunities for healing, opportunities to go deep. But have fun with it. This is the house of play, of creativity, of romance, of art, of self-expression, because Scorpio can be so deep and dark, and mysterious. But this time around, you can play with those energies. It doesn't have to be weighing you down. Right? So how can you play with those energies, or how can you express those energies? And Scorpio energy is like quite different than Libra, because Libra tends to be more optimistic and positive and light, love, happy, because Libra is all about harmony and balance, right? Where can you experiment and play with Scorpio energy? Just play with it, have fun with it, express it, make some art. Maybe make some art about some of your darker side. Explore that. And in our society, we think, oh, dark is evil, dark is bad. It's like that's actually not how it is. Like, we don't need to equate dark to evil, because dark is actually just yin energy, yin to yang. And we know that we live in a patriarchal society, so that we prefer yang. We prefer that, more masculine orientation, do, be, like do, just work, like, but yin energy is way more introspective, deep, like feminine, feeling. And it's mysterious. It's dark because it's like dark like the womb. And the womb was a very nurturing place, or it's supposed to be, right? And like the universe, it's mostly dark, but it's holding us. So it's like this energy of the Great Mother, right? So explore that, play with that. This is an invitation to play with your Scorpio side, any Scorpio placements you have. And maybe a Scorpio person will have a message for you. But have fun this month. Okay, so next we move on to Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. Hello, Scorpio. All right, so we're just setting the intention now to receive a clear and easy to understand message for your highest good, Scorpio. Setting your intention for that. For the month of December 2021, what do you need to know, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising? For your highest good, the highest good of all. All right. Ooh. Okay, we have Mars and we have 7th house, partnership. So where is Mars in your chart, Scorpio? Mars is one of your rulers, especially if you are a Scorpio rising, then Mars is one of your ruling planets along with Pluto. And even if your sun, like if you're sun, Mars plays a very important role for you too, and also if you're a moon. So it's good for you to be familiar anyway with Mars. So where is Mars in your chart? And how is it related to the other planets? Like, what are the aspects? Is it, challenging aspects, positive aspects, both? How does that manifest for you? And the house that it's in. The sign, the house, and the aspects. What's going on with Mars? And also check out your 7th house. What's happening in that realm, in that domain? Do you have any planets there? What sign rules it? If you're a Scorpio rising, then this would be in Taurus. Because it's the opposite. So, the first thought that came to my mind when I saw these two cards together is some conflict in your relationships. And especially those relationships that, maybe it's an ex, maybe it's your current romantic partner, maybe it's your business partner, maybe it's your best friend. It's these one-on-one, long-term, committed, serious relationships. And, it doesn't have to be bad. Conflict is a part of life. You know that. And especially Mars knows that as the god of war, right? Sometimes we need to, set new boundaries and negotiate boundaries. So there's different ways about going. There's different ways to go about this, right? There's, more mature and enlightened ways to go about any conflict, right? And all of that comes down to healthy communication and communicating lovingly, clearly, and using the model, first you state the fact that you can both agree on, and then you state how that fact makes you feel, and then you state, and without blaming or projecting on the other person. It's just when that happened, I felt this. And then you present kind of the solution, the adjustment in boundaries or behavior or whatever's needed. And when you're asking for somebody to change something, be realistic when you're, about what you need, right? It doesn't mean that your needs aren't important, but be realistic, I guess, more about what you expect from the other person or what the other person can do, what the person can actually do. Because people always reveal themselves, right? And we have to believe who they are, right? We have to believe them when they show us who they are. So just pay attention. Scorpio, you're very astute anyway. You pick up on these things very well. You're highly perceptive, highly intuitive. Just be mindful about those relationships this month. And I don't want it to sound negative or anything, because whatever, changes happen through the relationship, that's going to be for the highest good. You have a healthy, mature adult conversation, and then you draw new lines. Or if it doesn't work out, then that person wasn't meant to be in your life anyway, right? Because we only want people who respect our boundaries, or who we can relate to in positive ways, in healthy ways, in supportive ways, right? Every relationship is going to have its conflict. This, Scorpio, you're very brave and hard and strong, so you're not really afraid of the raw, deep, and authentic, and intensity and passion. And with that, it's the intensity and passion can be feels amazing, feels so in line, and then it can also bring out the shadows in other people, right? And because you're getting more close to the authentic core of who that person is or who you are, right? as unravel the layers, you get to see more of who that person is, and some things you might like, some things you might not like, right? Some things might mesh well with you, some things might not mesh well with you. So it's all about like negotiation, because this is really, it's the house of partnership, right? So it's like, how can you create healthy partnerships? Whether that's continuing or letting it go or deepening or changing or adjusting, right? Yeah, it's an ongoing process. All right. But you got this no matter what. And you already know that because you're one of the most powerful signs in the zodiac. All right, so next we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. And Sagittarius, this is your season, at least until the end of it, until we switch off into Capricorn. So the sun is shining on you. It's a good time. So Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising, setting the intention to receive a clear and easy to understand message that will support your highest good and the highest good of all and harm to none. What do you need to know, Sagittarius? Okay. Sagittarius. We have lunar eclipse change. So we actually had a lunar eclipse back in November. So I would recommend checking that out, reflecting back to that time period, like what happened in November, like reflect on that month, reflect on any changes that happened, like was anything taken away, like, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but like, maybe a relationship ended or a job ended, or just reflect on that, because lunar eclipse is associated with the full moon, right? That only happens during the full moon. So what happens is that it's like the supercharged full moon, and full moons are all about release and letting go. And eclipses are course corrective energy. So yeah, what did you need to, release to follow your path, pretty much? Because anything that gets taken away during an eclipse is for our highest good. It just means that it wasn't in alignment with our path. Yeah, so that's something to think about, to reflect on November. And even thinking about the last time we had a lunar eclipse in Cancer. And I'll have to do some research on this because I don't know off the top of my head. But reflecting back to that time, if that time, is relevant to you, there might be something there worth revisiting, clearing, cleansing, acknowledging, grieving. Yeah, especially when it's kind of like with Cancer, this is kind of more of the emotional side of us, right? It's our inner mother. It's like, it represents home and family. So even if, this actual cosmic event isn't relevant, the lunar eclipse in Cancer, because the last lunar eclipse we had was in Taurus. This is kind of more symbolically kind of speaking to, like, what do you need to release in terms of ancestral karma? Think about that. What do you need to release in terms of ancestral karma? Like, think about what your path is in this life. And of course, nobody knows exactly what that is, but you have a general sense, right? And you can do these soul meditations, like you can look at your North Node in your chart, lots of different ways to kind of tap in and just feel into what your purpose is, why you're here, and what's in the way, what's blocking that, especially when it comes to family traditions, ancestral karma, even your own relationship with your mother. Like if there's a dynamic in there that's not serving you, or if you have children, like, if there's anything not serving that relationship between you and your child, yeah, just explore that. This is kind of a more rich internal kind of thing. Yeah, so the sun is shining on you, but there might be these kind of undercurrents that are happening of you needing to emotionally release something, releasing something related to ancestral karma. And there's lots of ceremonies and practices you can do for that. Right? Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. I hope that helps. So we have Capricorn next. Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. So setting the intention, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, for a clear and easy to understand message that will support your highest good and the highest good of all for the month of December 2021. Ooh, Capricorn. Ooh, I love it. And it's intense. So you have Saturn, which you're very familiar with Saturn. This is your ruling planet. This is the planet of maturity, making adult decisions, responsibility, long-term planning, goals, ambition, career. It's like, yeah, this is my domain. So you're already familiar with this energy, which is good. That helps. Because the next card, solar eclipse, revolution. So we have a solar eclipse happening on December 4th. So this is going to be a big one for you, Capricorn. It's going to be big for everybody, but especially for you since this came up. So on that day, take care of yourself, journal, just pay attention to whatever comes up. Okay, there's going to be a lot of insights there for you because eclipses are portals, and especially the solar eclipse, because it only happens during the new moon. It's all about new beginnings. So like a doorway opens for you. And it's very karmic and very, very destined. Might be dramatic, might be a little bit unexpected, and know that eclipse energies last up to like 6 months after as well. So like the 4th is like when it happens, that's the trigger, door opens, and then just pay attention to what happens, 6 months after as well, like the following 6 months, what new opportunities come your way. But it's really course corrective energy. So like this door opens, like another door closes, right? To kind of like push you in a certain direction. That's what you're going to feel like. You're going to feel like you're pushed in a certain direction. Trust it, because whatever the eclipses bring, it is course corrective energy. It's keeping you on track. And especially since you have Saturn here, like the cosmic taskmaster, Saturn wants you on track. Saturn's like, what are your long-term goals? What are your ambitions? You have to follow through. You have to commit. So that's easy for you to work with the Saturnian energies. But the solar eclipse ones might be a little bit dramatic or unexpected. So roll with it. And of course, any changes that come are going to be for your highest good, right? It's helping you stay true to your path. So welcome it in. And be gentle with yourself. Be very gentle with yourself, because Saturn can bring challenges, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's important to be gentle with ourselves when challenges are coming up, because otherwise it's just way too hard. We don't need to make it harder than it is, right? So love yourself, be open, and just work with those Saturnian energies in a positive way. All right, so we have Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Rising. So setting the intention here now, Aquarius, for a clear and easy to understand message for your highest good, the highest good of all, for the month of December 2021. What does Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Rising need to know for this month? So just breathing and connecting. What does Aquarius need to know for your highest good and the highest good of all? Okay. Got the air element, Aquarius. So communicate. What are you holding back? It just feels like there needs to be more throat chakra clearing, more throat chakra work, more honesty, more truth. There needs to, I'm just feeling it all here. There needs to be more communication. So work with the throat chakra. Do your meditations or energy healing practices. Work with the color blue, like the light blue. You can get certain crystals as well. Any kind of like light blue crystal is going to help you with communication. For example, the celestite. This helps you connect in with the angelic realm and opening up this area, and also connecting with the higher dimensions. So that's helpful, right? And if you really don't feel like talking, but I feel like that would be good to vocalize. You can chant, because that'll also help clear the way. And you can write. And you don't have to show anybody what you write, but there needs to be a dialogue that happens. So yeah, that's an invitation to kind of open it up. And yeah, things will be revealed, I guess, as you do that, right? As you are more honest and open and transparent. And yeah, it just clears the way. All right. So next we have Pisces. Sun, moon, or rising. Sweet Pisces. Hello. All right, so sun, moon, or rising, Pisces, please tune into yourself now. Set the intention to connect in with your higher self for a clear and easy to understand message that will support your evolution and growth for the highest good of all. Okay, for the month of December 2021. All right, so we have Taurus. So check out where Taurus is in your chart, Pisces. And by the way, Taurus and Pisces get along super well. Earth and water elements, just jiving. So yeah, do you have any Taurus people in your life? Where's Taurus in your chart? Taurus might have a message for you. Okay, so be open to Taurus energy. And Taurus energy is very grounded, reliable, steady, which is great. Complement to your vast, cosmic nature. Taurus is very earthy, very grounded. So even if you don't know any Taurus people in your chart or any Taurus people in your life, or you don't have any Taurus energy in your chart, I mean, any planets ruled by Taurus for you, because you do have Taurus ruling a house. Everyone does. You can tap into that earth energy, like get grounded, like go for walks, maybe surround yourself with some plants, do stuff to get into your body, like yoga, or any kind of exercise, and just be like, open your senses, because Taurus is all about the senses. Taurus is extremely sensual. So enjoy your food, like, take your time with it, like let the chocolate, piece of chocolate like melt on your tongue, and just slow it down and enjoy your physical body. Maybe some nice lotions or oils, face creams. Like this is kind of that yummy self-care energy and like groundedness, which really helps you, Pisces, because you're a water sign. And whenever I think Pisces, I think like of a vast ocean, just infinite. So it's beautiful to be in that cosmic oneness, but sometimes we need to come back down to earth and live the earth life, right? And you have Virgo as well. So you have two earth signs here, kind of inviting you to ground, Pisces. Come enjoy the physical experience. And Virgo is very practical. It's the opposite to Pisces. It's a sister sign. So yeah, how can you be more organized? How can you manage your mundane affairs a little bit better? How can you pay attention to details? And this is totally opposite energy to Pisces, because Pisces is more abstract and in the flow, like, but you have a lot of earth energy this month. So this is kind of an invitation to kind of like, okay, how can I ground down? How can I, make lists? How can I accomplish what I need to accomplish? And ask for support, see where Virgo energy is in your chart, because that's where naturally you're going to have that part of yourself, right, is naturally aligned with those energies. And what house it rules, you'll see what area of your life Virgo is kind of the master of. And yeah, if you have any Virgos in your life, they'll help you out. And then we have 8th house, endings and beginnings. So this month is really about transformation, transmutation, healing. Really great time for any kind of therapy work, any kind of shamanic work, shadow work. That's going to yield a lot of results. And of course, before we do shadow work, it is very important to be grounded because it's intense, right? It's very intense. And the 8th house is also a water house. So it is that emotional, spiritual, psychological kind of domain. So it is important to have Earth contain and hold and ground while we go through those deep initiations, right? Because if we're not grounded, then it's going to be a bad time. It's going to be a bad time. So yeah, find out ways where you can nourish your body. That's kind of Taurus lesson here. And like organize your life, Virgo. That's going to make you feel more grounded, and you can call on those supports as well. Yeah, but this is going to be a deep month for you, Pisces, especially with this 8th house. Like, what do you need to let go of? What are you going to bring in? Especially since we have this eclipse energy too. It's very much endings and beginnings kind of energy as well. So yeah, what do you need to let go of? All right. So thank you everybody for tapping in, tuning in, listening. I hope that this was beneficial for you. Leave some comments below. Let me know how it resonates. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share. I appreciate that very much. I would love to get this reading out to as many people as possible, but they can benefit from it, of course. Only those that it will be of service to will see this. Yeah, and otherwise, yeah, if you want to connect with me, I'm on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram. I started a TikTok as well, and I'm on Facebook, and all of that is Astro Notes by Denise. So you can find me on there. And yeah, I just post about astrology. I teach about astrology, and I also do one-on-one readings and workshops and events. Like I mentioned, I have an intro to astrology course, Friday, December 3rd to Sunday, December 5th at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time each day. And it's for an hour long online Zoom. You'll get the recording if you can't make it. And this will be a great course for you if you're curious about reading your natal chart. So even all the stuff that I was talking about, like telling you to, hey, check out this house or check out this planet, check out these aspects, I'll talk about that in that course. So yeah, sending you all my love. Take care and blessings. Happy December.